You like that? 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 You like that?
What's going on? It's Coach Williams, and I'm back for another breakdown. So today we are going to talk Brian Branch, safety out of Alabama. We're going to get started on our safeties. So no fluff. Let's get right into this thing. All right, so we got Brian Branch right here. He's playing this star role, right? This nickel safety in the Alabama defense. And right off the bat, we get this run play here. And he reads it, and I love this. What I love about this is he squeezes this thing, right? He reads run, and he squeezes this thing. So he doesn't turn his shoulders and turn and run this way and get himself out of position if the run cuts back this way. He stays nice and square, squeezes down the line of scrimmage, back squirts out. He gets in there and makes a tackle. Now, the one issue that I do have, and you see this a little bit on film, is the knockback power isn't always there. See how he receives this blow instead of delivering it, right? Gets knocked backwards and the back gets a few more yards. Also, this is Deuce Vaughn, really small back, not a very big, powerful dude. So that's one thing that you got to be aware of with him, all right? So see it a nice view from the tight here. He gets in the screen. Look at him. Shoulders and hips square to the line of scrimmage, not crossing over, running, sliding. Gets in there, makes a tackle, right? Good shuffle steps. All right, so now we got him at the top of the screen here. And so in this one, right, so I'm not going to, try to critique anything that Coach Saban is going to teach his DBs, but I don't really like backpedaling like this in the slot, right? I'd more like scooch technique, but this actually works out way better in this situation because it ends up being a slant slide concept. So if he stays right here on his landmark and doesn't really move that much, he might get knocked out of the play. So he ends up over the top of this thing. And then look at the explosion. Look at the drive out of his break. Look how explosive he is. I know his 40 wasn't great, but it does not show up on film that he's slow, man. It's a really great job driving, hitting that. Even though it's a first down, first downs don't beat you, right? You want to tackle guys and limit the rack, especially with those quick game concepts. So again, another thing that I thought was kind of weird and interesting about the way that they're defending this, okay? So they're in man here. And what they're doing is a lot of teams will put this guy in the front when you get these stacks, and he'll act as a decoy, and he will actually be covering the guy in the back, and then the guy that's off will be covering the guy that's on the line of scrimmage. But they don't do it that way. They just play it straight. He's on, so he's covering him, and then they got him back here covering him. And that gives the receiver a nice, easy, free release. So then, again, the same thing comes up. I would not want to backpedal from this, right? Even though he's kind of like shuffling, I wouldn't want to give ground. I would just want to play catch technique, sit there, squat on this thing, and if he's pushing vertical, try to get hands on him and then turn upfield. But he's backing up, gives the receiver a lot of space here, ends up being a completion and a first down, right? We talked about limiting yak. Well, not in that situation. All right, so now we get this inside zone run play with the kick out here. And so everything gets bottled up inside, so the run bounces. And I really love this, right? He gets his hands into this receiver here. And so he keeps him at bay, keeps enough space on him, sets a hard edge of the defense, and makes a tackle. And you're going to see an even better view of it from the tight. This is really perfect here, okay? So, right, they go with this inside zone run play. It squirts out. He gets into the screen, and he gets hands on the receiver. Look how he wins inside. The receiver's hands are outside his framework. His are inside on the breastplate. And that gives him the ability to control the blocker. So now he knows he can use one hand, keep the outside hand free, right? Set the hard edge of the defense if this thing keeps wanting to spill, right? Gets out there and then makes a tackle. That's a phenomenal job right there, man. He is a really good tackler. Really good tackler. All right, and we'll see another example of it here. So on this play, right, they end up running the ball here, and he gets cracked down on, right? Crack block here. Clearly does not get a warning from his corner here. That's one of my big pet peeves. And so, but either way, he stays in here. He stands his ground on the crack block, nests in the gap, right? Nests in the hole Gets his hands on Vaughn and makes the tackle again at the line of scrimmage, no gain. Perfect job right there, all right? So see a nice good view of it from the tight. Right, he nests in that gap here. Has enough balance and body control to take this take this blow here from the receiver, but still stay in the gap, get low, make a tackle here. And then a nice little throwaway here. Little Deuce Vaughn get picked up by his big defensive lineman like he's a little baby. I thought that was funny. All right, now they come out, right? They come out in this full house formation, and he's a stack linebacker here. And so this one, he dips underneath this block here, right? He goes over the top of the block, but he dips underneath the contact. And so I thought this was really impressive from a agility standpoint and a balance standpoint. But I don't know in the NFL if this is going to work, right? I don't know if dipping underneath that thing is going to be possible against NFL blockers, NFL backs and H-backs and tight ends and stuff like that. But either way, he does that. It's a pretty impressive athletic move. And then very short minimal gain for 2 or 3 yards. Makes a tackle in space. It's a great job. We'll get a nice view of it from the tight here. So you can see this thing spills out on the edge. He dips underneath the block. We'll rewind it a little bit so we can see that. All right, see how he gets out here, dips underneath that. Then makes a tackle in space while someone's trying to block him. Really good job showing strength there. All right, so this one I really liked because it shows you his intelligence, right? It shows you how smart he is. So he clearly has been watching film in this game, and he's clearly been paying attention over the course of the game to the snap count, okay? Because he's blitzing off the edge here, and look at the timing of this blitz. He hits this thing full speed before the quarterback has even caught the ball from the snap. Gets in the backfield, bang. Second, the running back gets the ball. He's on the ground. That is a great job timing up that blitz. Great job. That is something that comes from film study and just paying attention over the course of the game, understanding what's going on. This dude has no chance to be able to block him and get hands on. Second, the back gets the ball. He is on the ground. That is a great job. All right, so we got him here again in the slot. And so this one I really like here. I believe they're in quarters coverage here. And so 3 is away, right? So there's no 3 push, right? So if 3 goes to the flat, he's not going to have him definitely in this situation, right? And you can see the linebackers are set this way, right? So he knows he's got a 2-to-1 read. So the second 2 goes inside and outside, his eyes snap to 1. He cuts him off, right, on this little slant here, and that's definitely where the quarterback wants to go. And I think this ended up being like a little throwaway here, right? So quarterback kind of is looking here, and it's a pretty dangerous play to throw the ball away in the middle of the field. But I don't think he thought he was going to complete this ball. So we'll see it here. Quarterback drops back. He wants to throw it, right? Clutches, double clutches, throws it in the middle field. Very dangerous throw here. Could have been an interception. All right, so this one, I love plays like this, man, because I love physical DBs, man. So, right, inside run play, right? It's toss, but it's definitely a gap scheme run, right? Because we get this guard pull action here. And so he gets out here on the guard and stones this dude. No momentum, right? Stones the guard so that the run can't spill. The back has to go inside. We'll see a nice view of it from the tight here, right? So all these down blocks coming out with the kick out. He comes out here, bang, stones this guard. There's no space, no daylight for Vaughn to be able to get into this gap. And he's also holding his ground on the outside. So Vaughn's got to cut it back inside. He boxes this guard and bang. Keeps him out of the end zone. That's a great job right there. All right, again, another situation here where it's empty, right? So 3 is away. So he knows he's got a 2-to-1 read, except for this time, right? He's outside leverage here. So he's outside leverage. So he knows, right? If 2 goes inside, right? They are going to bracket him, right? So they're going to bracket him. Safety's coming out of the roof here, but it also allows him, if he's outside, to be able to help out a little bit on anything short with number 1. So he stays there, Doesn't drive it too hard because he knows the safety's got it. Quarterback throws a ball, interception. That is a really good feel for the coverage, for the route concept. Like, this dude, it has a very high football IQ. All right, so again, really good job of disguising this blitz, understanding the snap count. This is the second time where we're showing you how good he has timed this snap count out. That shows you that he has a really good innate instinctive feel for how the game is going, and he's paying attention to a lot of things. And I love the way that he sells this, right? That this is coverage and that he's not blitzing, because look at where his eyes are. He's looking at the receiver, right? Quarterback's looking out here, right? He thinks, okay, well, this guy is definitely not going to be screaming off the edge. Nope. Blitzes off the edge, sets up the blocker, gets inside, and makes the sack. Like, this dude is all over the place. He's got PBUs, he's got sacks, he's got interceptions in this game. Like, this dude is a baller, right? Baller safety. So again, we'll see it here. Gets inside and gets a sack. All right, so that's it for this video. I really, really liked breaking down Brian Branch, and I got fooled last year by Jalen Petrie, because Jalen Petrie, he just played in the star role the whole time. I was like, this dude is just going to be a nickel. Like, I don't think he's going to be anything special in the NFL. And then we saw him last year, and he's playing deep. He's playing near the line of scrimmage. He's playing all over the place, and he's making plays on the football. I am not going to get fooled again by a slot corner, right? This dude is legit. He is going to be a really good safety. He's going to be able to get moved around the formation. And one of the most important things about him, screw the athleticism, screw the athletic testing, all that stuff that says that he's slow and all that other stuff does not show up on tape. And the instincts are phenomenal. I think he's going to be a really, really good football player in the NFL. And whoever picks him is going to be a very, very happy organization. So that's it for this video. I'm going to start doing more of the safeties, but I'm not done with the corners. I'm still going to do some corner videos as well. And as we get closer to the NFL draft, I'll probably be dropping a top 10 of who I think the best corners in this draft are. So that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. So as always, you know what it is. It's Coach Williams, Ball Hawks. We fly. I'm out. Peace.